Hey friends, Sean from SGT Report here. Hey, if you missed my video called Red Rooms, which is on my backup YouTube channel, I'm going to revisit that issue and take a little different tact here. On April 22, 2017, actress Blake Lively gave a powerful speech when she received an award at Variety's Power of Women event for her work with Child Rescue Coalition. Now, Child Rescue Coalition is a non-profit organization which claims to have aided in the arrest of 12,448 predators and rescued 2,863 children. Now, I don't know very much about this organization, so I'm not endorsing it, but I am saying anybody who wants to help children is okay in my book, and Blake Lively certainly appears to speak from her heart in this speech. So I want to play just a portion of what she said 3 years ago, and I want you to imagine how much evil has taken place in the more than 3 years since she gave this speech. Now, as I mentioned in my video Red Rooms, Dutch National Police raided an underworld prison with a torture chamber inside and arrested 6 men. I'm going to play some of the video footage of that raid while you listen to Blake Lively. And keep in mind, this underworld prison was not some one-off thing created by one lone nut. It was a well-orchestrated, well-funded organization that built this. And police say one of the sheds they discovered appeared to serve as the base of the criminal arrest team, meaning the kidnappers, including fast cars, police uniforms, weapons, and bulletproof vests. Here's what Blake Lively had to say back in 2017.
So when this law enforcement officer told me this, I asked him how young are the young kids he's seeing, and he told me infants. And I have a 6-month-old baby. So I said, what does that mean? You know, like what does an infant mean? And he said, with the umbilical cord still attached. I know it's so devastating to hear this, and I'm really sorry to share this, but I'm grateful that you guys are listening, because this is actually happening, and it's important that we know this and that it resonates with us, so that we think about this in our days and in our personal life. So I asked them what happens in these videos, and unspeakable things happen, but I'm again going to speak about them, because I feel like if these kids are experiencing this, the least that they deserve is for us to hear what is actually happening to them. So no, it's not just touching. There is penetration. There is extreme torture and bondage. There's bestiality, which is having an animal penetrate the child or infant. There is incest. I mean, they said you think of it, anything you could think of, it's out there and it's being traded, and it's 30 to 50 million files a day being traded that we know of. I mean, you can see what's happening right now. And this is happening to any child and every child. 90% of children know their abusers. So, our children are at risk. You may know this person. It may be a doctor. It may be a coach. I thought that people that were working with children were people that wanted to protect them, but oftentimes these people who have this propensity for wanting to lure children, and they find out a profession that gives them access to children, and lots of them. And ideal victims are young children, because they can't speak up. And they don't make great witnesses. If they do, only 10% of children actually do speak up once they've been abused. So what's incredible about the Child Rescue Coalition is that they are proactive. They don't wait for these children to speak up. They can identify these pedophiles. They can see the IP address that's trading this child pornography. They don't know, there's no privacy issues, there's no big brothering. They see the IP address of who's trading these files, and they give that to law enforcement. And the trading of these files is a felony. So law enforcement can knock on that person's door and see if that person has access to a child, because the average abuser abuses between 50 and 100 children in their lifetime, per person, per abuser. And the average person that views child pornography, between 55 and 90% of people viewing it are actually hands-on abusers or will become abusers. And you think that sounds like a lot, 50 to 100, maybe that's unrealistic, but the kids age out of the age that they stay silent, or they age out of the sexual preference of the predator. And I was told the story of an oncologist, a pediatric oncologist, who was raping his children with cancer by the hundreds. And there was a nurse who was working with children with mental and physical disabilities. And when he was caught, they asked him how many children he abused. And he looked outside the window at the snow and said, "How many snowflakes are there outside?" So this is so prevalent, and I want you guys to know this, and I want it to resonate with you, and I want you to see that the Child Rescue Coalition in just 3 years has found 9,000 predators so far. They have saved 2,000 children. Amazing. I just feel really grateful to have the opportunity to speak for the people that aren't able to speak for themselves, and I know that all of us feel that way today. So thank you for valuing everyone's life, for these children's lives. Thank you.